All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justmoparjoe. I'm starting a new build today, and it's actually going to be a part of a competition. So, if you put in the hashtag piggy bank horsepower on YouTube, it'll pull up a lot of different channels. They're all Mopar channels. The rules are you have to build a Mopar engine of any generation or any kind to participate. And I'll put a list up. It'll be in the description of all the channels participating. So let me show you our project. I had really thought about just go ahead and using the 400 that is in my 68 Barracuda. I got this backed in so it doesn't get rained on, but I'm ready to go race. But we're going to go with this 360, and this goes to the Ramcharger Revival project. Hopefully you've seen that on the channel. I got this engine from a buddy of mine. Here's the story. And you see the heads are off of it right now. The heads are at Ed's machine. He just got those torn down for me. And he referred to them as, when we maybe both agreed, it's a spray paint rebuild. So the guy sold me this engine for $850 complete. He said it was ready to drop in his wife's or ex-wife's Dart Sport. And he sold me the intake off of it after they split. And then it just sat out in his garage. So you can see the amount of dirt here on top of that paint. It's not a lot of new about that. It had the old Felpro blue gaskets on it, but it does have aftermarket pistons. See the left exhaust C. I'm not sure. I believe these are probably some KB pistons. But I don't know. See in here. He said it was ready to roll. Whoever honed this, they totally missed that spot. You can see the difference in the texture of the cylinder. So that one may not have been sealing very well. I can just barely catch my fingernail on it. This needs to be honed professionally. So I'm going to have Mr. Rick Seaman. We're going to carry it over his shop and get that work done on it. The cam, he said, is a mystery cam. He had it with other parts or something, but was going to use it. And then supposedly he bought some new part store lifters of some kind. And the story, I mean, you can see there's like varnish on that lifter there. So I don't know. This is a 90 model block. Like I said, it is a 360, 90 model block, which would accept a roller cam. This has a flat tappet in it right now. So we just need to be sure the lifter bores are good. No excessive wear, because it will get a flat tappet cam again. The balancer, I actually got that from Mr. Randy, who had the 508. He had an extra balancer laying around, so I grabbed it, going to use it. I want to kind of talk to you real quickly about what's going to separate this from a lot of the other engines in the build series, and also will make it a really nice, complete piece when it's done. Okay, so first off, like I said, the heads are at Ed's machine. You can go over his channel and follow along on the progress and work on those. They're getting kind of a basic valve job. Should be at least like a 3-angle on the intake, and he'll do a little bit more just as he goes along with them. Set all the spring heights and go ahead and skim cut them so we know that they're not warped. So getting a good sealing around those valves is crucial for any engine. Doesn't matter if you're trying to do it on a budget. I understand. A lot of guys hand lap valves and all that stuff. I like to drop my heads off and get them done. So if you can find a professional do that, a lot of people don't have access to that, and I understand. But if you can access it, it's totally worth it. Step number 2, getting these cylinders honed correctly and getting a good ring seal is crucial to making horsepower in an engine. So the other guys I think are going to be testing at duct tape drags or somewhere out west. This is going to go in a like 85 Ramcharger, so it's not going to make it down the drag strip. But I've got something cool planned for it, so that'll be nice. You'll just hang out. I'm gonna do a full build series on this 360. Step number 3, it'll have the correct cam in it. It's not gonna be over cammed. It's not gonna be a crazy cam of any kind. I've met with Rodney Bird and we have a cam for it. I believe it's a crane energizer, if you've ever heard of those grinds. New old stock stuff. It's not a new flat tap it off the shelf, and it's NOS lifters. So the majority of the worry of flattening out a lobe or tearing up a lifter, most of that's gone with this build. The final step, the internal components are going to go to Ed also to be balanced. So having a nice balance job in an engine will make it last far longer if you can afford it. And also make the engine run so much smoother. So we're looking for performance and longevity. I'm going to have a 360 here when it's all done with, at least 400 foot-pounds of torque, probably more than 350 horsepower, be totally sealed up. It'll probably have, I've got an air gap intake. If it works with his air conditioner compressor, we're going to use it. I got to get to tear into this thing and see what it's all about in here. Hopefully the bottom end matches the story I was told, but currently it will not spin over, and I'm scared to put a big pipe wrench on it and twist it, or my cam socket, because supposedly they're all new bearings in there. So if I can save those new bearings, that will save money in the end on the competition. So reusing that stuff, like I said, $850, it's all there. It's dusty and it's painted. I can't tell anything about freeze plugs or any of that. I will probably pressure wash it really well. Clean out all the oil galleys, plugs all out. If it needs to be vatted or cleaned or whatever, I'll get that done before taking it to Mr. Rick's. So that's kind of the early goal for the engine. And I think it's gonna be a really nice one, especially to go in the old Ramcharger, pull it around. It'll sound nice, it'll run nice, it'll have good low-end torque, and probably good power as well. So hopefully I'll hang out for the build. I just wanted to kind of introduce it and introduce the competition. Go over and check out those other channels. They all have builds going right now. I know Johnny Mopar's got several videos out on his. T's Good Times Garage, Ruben at Muscle City Madness. There's several others here. I can't, Tall John's Fun Shop. Check out all the channels. Their links are in the description of this video. If you like Mopar stuff, go and subscribe to them. Some of those guys are drag racers, just like myself. But every engine doesn't have to be a drag engine. I mean, this will actually probably outperform a lot of the simple drag engines out there that people claim to be drag engines or claim to be drag race engines. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch you next time.